So here we are, the first round of the Big Lager Championship. And, well, let's have a little look at the matchups or what's happened so far. So this is, as we can see, the matchups for the preliminaries. And the Galera beat the Corona. In the second matchup, the Bière de Luxe beat the Rosa Blanca. The third matchup, the Heineken beat the San Marco. In the fourth one, the Birra Italiana beat the Budweiser. In the fifth one, the Birra Moretti beat the Birra Bionda. In the sixth one, we had the Cruz Campo beating the Morrison's Premium. And in the last one, if you remember, the Estrella beat the Desperados. Now, with all that happening, we are going to have a look. We're going to have a look at the first round of the table. So now the first round of the table has all been decided, so let's have a little look at it. So here is the first round of the table. We have got the Holsten Pils against the Saint Etienne, which we're going to see today. Kronenbourg against the Carlsberg Export. The Galera is now up against the Madri. We're going to have the Cobra against the 1897, which is essentially Aldi's version of Kronenbourg. We've got the Red Stripe against the Bière de Luxe. That'll be interesting because I've not had Red Stripe for a long, long time. Grande is up against San Martinez. Stella Artois up against the Brooklyn Pilsner. The Heineken is now up against the Perlenbacher in the first round. Let's have a look at the second half of the table. So in the second half, we've got Rossini against Birra Italiana. Peroni is up against Steinhauser. Birra Moretti is up against Champignoils. Asda Premium is up against Rheinbacher. Sol against Cruz Campo. Birra Mapelli against the Mahou. Feldschlossen is going up against Angelo Peretti. And then finally, the Estrella booked that last place, and now it's against the Sabor. But let's talk about what's happening in this first matchup. And as you saw, the first matchup is going to be the Holsten Pils against the Saint Etienne. So, Holsten Pils, a beer that has been around quite some time. I remember back when I first started drinking, certainly in pubs and things a long time ago, Holsten Pils was one of those beers that was one cut above other things. I don't know whether it had draft. I know some places sold it in cans. And it was considered a little bit better than your Carlsberg and your Foster's and your Carling. And it was up there with like the likes of Stella and Kronenbourg, I would have thought, and things like that, and with Beck's and stuff like that. It was considered a cut above, but not much of a cut above, really. But what can I say? The thing is, it's still 5% ABV. I don't know if it used to be 5% ABV, but it's still 5% ABV. So is this something where where the quality hasn't reduced? What I've talked about a lot is how these beers, when 20 years ago, were not great, but they're certainly a lot better than they are now, or they were a lot better than they are now. Are there beers that have kept the quality? I know Kronenbourg hasn't. I know Stella hasn't. I know Carling and Carlsberg and things, they haven't. What they had could have been considered quality in any way, shape or form. But Holsten Pils, I remember it being an alright beer. Has it kept the quality? That is the question that we're going to answer today. And against it, we've got Saint Etienne, which is premium. Again, it says on the front there, look at that, premium lager beer, so it must be, if it says it on the front of the can. Obviously, it's Aldi's version of Stella Artois, let's face it. And what can I say? It doesn't say much about it. It was specially brewed for Aldi, and what can I say? Does it say much there? I don't think it says much about where it was brewed or how it was brewed, or, well, do I care? Not really. I'm just going to review them and see whether it is brewed, as it says, for a premium flavour. It is 4.6% ABV. This is 5% ABV. As usual, I'm going to do a blind taste test, get somebody else to pour these into glasses for me. This one does have ingredients on it: water, malted barley, glucose syrup, hops. But again, is that syrup just there to sort of sweeten it up a little bit? Who knows? It is brewed by Carlsberg, but yeah, Carlsberg, Marston's brewing thing, so it's all part of that huge conglomerate brewed by them people. But is it brewed to a higher price point? Is it brewed as a more premium product than the Carlsberg? Let's face it. We will find out. And Saint Etienne, you never know with Aldi, because it's brewed for them. It's sometimes really good. It's sometimes not quite that good. But again, gonna do it blind. Gonna find out which I prefer and which one's going through. I'll get them poured out and come right back. Okay, beers are poured, and what can I say about them? Well, We have got this one on my left and this one on my right. I'm going to first of all tell you which one is which. So this is which one is which. Okay, that was which one was which. So now we're going to look at them. We're going to have a go. We're going to smell them. We're going to have a swill. And we are going to get this first round off and up and running. Let's get a nose on this one. So they're not too cold, these, so I can actually get some flavour from them. Smelling. Here we go. So smelling this one. Smells pretty generic. A little bit of lemon, a little bit soapy in the smell there. A little bit detergenty. But there is quite a smell coming from it. It is quite citrusy, the smell that's coming. A little bit of grass, not a huge amount of malt. It's a little bit fresh and fragrant. I'm getting. I don't know why my voice went so high there at that point. But yeah, not getting a lot of malt from that one. Getting, I'd say, quite a bit of floralness, quite a bit of fruitiness, possibly a little bit of apple in there. Not getting as much detergentiness as I got before. It's not bad. It's not bad that. Not bad that at all. Let's have a little nose on this one and see what this one smells like. Okay. Oh, very different. Very different, that one. So that one we are getting more malt and we're getting syrupiness. Interesting. So we're getting maltiness and we're getting syrupiness. We're getting digestive biscuit. We're also getting a bit possibly a hobnob. It is quite very sweet on the nose. That getting a bit of lemon, honey and lemon. But yeah, we are getting quite a strong syrupiness in the nose there. Is that going to lead me to believe which was which? I don't know. Interesting, very interesting that one. So we are getting more maltiness there. We're getting a little bit of lemon, getting syrup. Interesting. Let's go backwards and forwards a little bit on the nose. These noses are both very interesting. They've got very strong noses on both of them. Yeah, so that one's tasting a little bit. It's smelling a little bit flatter, a bit less vibrant, but it's smelling a bit fresher. On there, that kind of fieldy freshness, fresh air. It's coming off that one. This one is giving me more of a malty, sweet maltiness. Well, you're getting quite a bit of honey coming from this one as well. Now, rather than syrup, really kind of honey notes there, like, you know, if you have some honey on your porridge, that kind of smell like oaty honeyness. It smells really nice, actually. This. I am enjoying the smell. I'm actually getting those kind of honey notes. There is something that honey has that syrup doesn't, and I am getting that in the smell as well. I am warming to this one, although I'm not sure whether this is one that you could keep going on all night. Anyway, enough of smelling them. I've enjoyed smelling them both. Both have very different smells. One is more, as I say, more sweet, oatmeal-y kind of smell. The other one is much more floral. But it's all about the taste. So let's dive in. Cheers. Medium carbonation in the mouthfeel. Lovely aftertaste. Yeah, getting quite a bit of flavour there actually. I'm impressed. A little bit dry. Bit of bitterness. Nice little aftertaste. I would call this, at the moment I'll call this standard. Not knocking my socks off, but not unpleasant in any way. It's decent. It's something that I would choose to pay money for. It's crisp, it's refreshing, it's not brimming with flavour, but the flavours that there are. Again, kind of floral flavours. Fresh, a little bit of lemon, but not much. Not a huge amount of maltiness. Lovely biscuity backbone. It's it's nice. It's nice beer. Nice beer. Yeah, I mean, without sounding too Alan Partridge, just put nice beer. What about this one? Let's see what this one tastes like. Cheers. So that's got more maltiness to it. Again, a nice aftertaste. That syrupiness in the smell is not translating to the flavour. I'm not getting a huge amount of sweet syrupiness in the flavour. Let's go in again. It's got a little bit of bitterness. I'm not sure if there's a little bit of, I don't know, the maltiness is not quite there, I don't know. I'm getting a little bit of that syrupy sweetness now. Not bad, again, not bad, standard, decent. Yeah, I don't know yet. These are both stronger than most of the beers that were in the preliminaries, which is interesting. This one has got a nice dryness and makes it very drinkable. I honestly don't know which is which out of these though. I mean, I can make assumptions. I'm not sure if this one's a little bit sweet. I don't know. It's very tasty. It's very tasty. It's got a nice sweet maltiness. But I honestly don't know. Let's have another swirl. This is tricky, and that's a good thing, because I'm enjoying both of these beers. But this one is much more dry. This one's much more sweet. And it's thinking, you know, which one do I prefer? I think there's something not quite right about this one. Yeah, so I mean, the thing is, like, Saint Etienne it's really Aldi's version of Galera. Both of these beers, I'd say, are better than the Galera I had. Both these beers are better than Stella, I would say, but I will be tasting Stella as part of the taste test. Which is interesting, because one of these beers is Saint Etienne. Which just shows if you want a good Stella clone, like the old Stella, go for Saint Etienne. Now, I'm telling you what I think, right? And I don't know why. Okay, the sweet syrupiness would lead me to believe that this was the Holsten Pils. I'm sure the Holsten Pils has a bit more of a bitterness and a bit more of a dryness to it, which this one has. I am really enjoying this one. This one is too sweet. It's just too sweet for me. See, the syrupiness makes me think it's the Holsten Pils, but the maltiness makes me think it's the Saint Etienne. So it's really weird. I'm really struggling here. If I hadn't read that the Holsten Pils had corn syrup in it, I would have put this down as the Holsten Pils. Yeah, and I'm still going to guess that this is the Holsten Pils, and I might be wrong, because my first instinct was that this was the Holsten Pils because of the syrupiness in the smell and the taste. But I'm going to go, this has got a better aftertaste. It's nice and dry. It's got a nice level of bitterness. It's really smooth. It goes down easy. It's refreshing. It's crisp. It's drinkable. It's a really nice beer. The more I drink it, the more I'm enjoying it. This one, it's a bit too sweet for me. The maltiness, not quite there. But it's a good beer. Decent beer as well. They're both decent. So I'm going to go. This one's going through. This one will be in the next round, up against whatever. I don't know what it's going to be up against. But this is going into the next round. This one I think is the Holsten Pils. That one is out. I think it's the Saint Etienne. But I really could be wrong. I could totally be wrong on this. So I'm going to find out which was which, and then I'm going to come right back. And I'm back. And yes, I was wrong. My first instinct was right. Yeah, the one that tasted syrupy was the one with corn syrup in it. It's a shame. It's a nice beer, but it's a little bit sickly. This one it's really nice, really crisp, clean as a whistle. Is. I'm very impressed with this. I don't remember the Saint Etienne being this good. It's a good beer. Yeah, it's got again a bit of maltiness from it as well. Bit of maltiness. It's nice and dry. It's got a bit of bitterness, not a lot. It's not an overly bitter beer, but it's decent. It's a decent beer. It's got a lovely aftertaste. I always judge a beer by the aftertaste as well. When I've had a bit of it, and I'm just sitting there, and I can taste something really nice, I'm like, yeah, I want to go back in for more of that. This one, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's decent. It's nice. I'm enjoying it. It's not as good as this one though. That's the thing. It is not as good as this one. Yeah, I mean, both of these are better than most of the things. I mean, I am liking this Holsten beer. From the can, it's tasting nice though. If you don't focus on the syrupiness of it, it takes me back to the kind of beers that I had when I was younger. I mean, this is what I remember Holsten Pils tasting like 20 years ago, really. It is kind of taking me back to then. So I don't think they've compromised on the quality. It wasn't particularly high quality beer back then, really, but they don't seem to have compromised on the quality, really, like a lot of other beers have. Whether, I don't know, Holsten Pils, is it brewed, I'm assuming it's brewed in Germany, I'm thinking. Yeah, well, obviously, yeah. Holsten Brewery in Germany. Was it brewed in Germany back 20 years ago? And has the quality suffered since it started being brewed in the UK? Who knows? But Saint Etienne, yeah, nice. I don't know who brews it, but it's nice and dry. It's got a nice bitterness. I say it's got a nice biscuity backbone there running through it. Decent beer, enjoying it, enjoying them both. Looking forward to finishing them both off. But there we go. Holsten Pils gone out of the competition in the first round. Saint Etienne through to the next round. What can I say? Nothing else apart from, until next time, have a good one.